Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what is so far pretty definitively the worst zone. Now, hang on. I know what you're thinking. Lore, shut up about the HVA. Not what I mean. I will freely admit to having egg on my face, given the fact that both Drustvar and Tiergard Sound were actually pretty solid zones. Like, Legion or better quality zones in both cases. So, I was entering Stormsong Valley expecting some good stuff. You may or may not notice we've cleared out some of the side quests here. I did that off camera. Because these side quests suck. And that's weird. If there's one thing that's been consistently good about BFA, it's the side quests. And they're just not doing it on either axis. The gameplay isn't interesting. It reverts a little bit too much to your basic X of Y quest design. And the requirements of the X and Ys are too long. It also doesn't follow either concept of gameplay flow. It doesn't do the flower approach, and it doesn't do the roller coaster approach. There's just quests periodically here and there. And each one has 1 or 2 or 3 chains, and then it stops, and then you move on manually by checking the map and seeing where the next exclamation mark is. It's strange. While I've been doing these quests, I decided to try out marksmanship. Unrelated, I'm not a big fan of marksman right now. I'll keep playing with it for a bit, but I'm kind of glad they're overhauling it. This... not feeling it. Having said that, I can also tell you right now, just from a purely non-review perspective, just a personal feel perspective of enjoyability, honestly, the spec I enjoy playing as the most is survival. Which weirds me out a little bit, but I stand by it. Survival is actually in a really good place. It has some great looping in and out of itself, which I tend to enjoy. When you do something that allows you to do something else, which encourages you to do something else, which encourages you to do something else, and it kind of just does this, right? Beast is right up there. It's barely behind survival in terms of enjoyability. Now, granted, I have my beast set up to be swarm of mobs, and I happen to enjoy that, and I like pet classes in general. But both Beast and Survival are legit specs, and Marksman feels like a poor man's Warlock. Like Destrolock, specifically.
For simpler once.
The plants have gone amok since you defeated their masters. Don't worry, though. I got a plan. I've been busy fixing up one of the farm hands that didn't go completely haywire. Should have enough juice for one more trip through the fields. We got some serious technology in these harvesters. Their tools should be more than enough to take care of some plants and even a couple of quillboar. What do you say? Okay.
Every path has a few puddles.
Death to the quillboar. I admit, from my perspective, from the perspective of a designer, if I was designing marksman, I would turn it into straight up sniper, full tilt. You know, increased range and increased focus on setup and payoff big shots, right? You know, really home in on that sentence. One shot, one kill. Obviously, for balance purposes, you can't go there, but you get the general idea, right? Yeah, probably some kind of function to reduce aggro. Maybe like even just a passive, but also, I like the idea of there's being activatables that you use that just straight up reduces the aggro gen you have. I don't know. That's all just spitballing off the top of my head. That's a good point, Huthor. You're right. Interior Guard Sound had a decent amount of all 3 flavors, right? We had the Poirats down here, but we also had the Drust stuff, some of the leftover politics stuff, and the nobility, as well as a hint of what's going on with the old gods. Drustvar itself was extremely on brand. Pretty much everything to do with this was, you know, the Diablo thing, that kind of gothic, whatever that's actually called, deep atmosphere fantastico-ness. Then we get to Stormsong, and it's like, okay, so we've got the old god stuff, and we've got bees, and we've got Horde, and we've got Quillboar, and over here we're going to have more Naga stuff that's going to be up here by Fort Dalen. And I feel like there's some other stuff that's going to be over here, which is just, huh? It is absolutely all over the place.
Every hand helps.
Wonder what happened.
We
Because
will reclaim what's ours. Seas grant
if there's one thing that's been surprising me about BFA, it's been how well it's been scoring. So Stormsong has been throwing me a little bit. Also, this all makes so much sense now, because remember, this was the first zone I saw in BFA. Hello.
I must protect the
I'm
citizens.
glad the others are
of
safe,
Stormsong.
but not for long if we don't do something about these Quillbor.
Stay safe out there.
It's all about the Quillbor. Some of these Quillbor are clearly lookouts. The horns make it obvious. Almost like I could see their task floating over their heads. I was able to kill one, but not before he blew that horn of his and summoned backup. I suggest you keep them silent before they do the same with you. If you're gonna get anywhere in there, you have to do it quietly.
Tides guide you.
Okay, sure. Whoop. Yeah, maybe make marksman, like, cooldown focused? I don't know. Maybe actually rename the sucker, too. Just straight up call it Sniper Spec. It's not like they have been opposed to renaming specs in the past. Yeah, no, the Quillbor invade. The end. Like, they don't do anything with it. And yeah, they don't do anything with the Quillbor either. The Quillbor don't even say why they're attacking. I've been paying attention. And all they've been saying is, this is our land, or, you'll never stop us, or, we're secretly evil, and, okay. I made up that last one, but would you be surprised if they actually said that? It's weird. Maybe this is the actual reason why they decided to switch over to using the Horde here. We're secretly Hitler, oink. No, as we mentioned earlier, the Quillbors are one of the very few,
Stars! To me!
I don't know what to call them, lesser races? Non-main races, non-major races, that have never been developed. They're just here. Hey, there's a bottle with foul-smelling orange liquid. Not sure if it's safe to drink, but it can't hurt to gather some samples. Okay. Break their totems. Cool.
Intruder! Thornbreaker!
The kobolds have definitely gotten more characterization than the Quillbors, 100%.
Claim this land!
Yeah, like, as written, with this particular approach, the only real thing that the Quillbor are doing here is they've decided to take advantage of the situation to attack now, and that's about all we've got for that. The Murlocs, they poke at periodically. I actually can't help this gentleman. That's kind of strange. We don't have as much Murloc stuff as I would like, but we have plenty of Murloc stuff.
To me!
Oh, there's a friendly Murloc in Dornogal. Although he's there as part of the expedition thing, but still. I think he was in Dragonflight too, wasn't he? What joke race do I want more stories from? Gnomes. No, seriously, I was thinking about it the other day. One of the reasons I don't like gnomes is they're a joke race. But unlike, say, random example, the goblins, who they actually bothered to flesh out eventually, and are still fleshing out, the gnomes haven't really moved forward. Also, frankly, the goblins are just more interesting. Gnomes' big shtick is that they're mad scientists. Goblins' big shtick is that they have several big shticks, which they bounce around periodically, which is awesome. Like, even when they were just a joke race, the goblins were still more fleshed out than the gnomes.
Alert the crew!
To use another example, the Lalafell were probably originally supposed to be a joke race. I don't actually know if that's true or not. Probably depends on how they were approached over in FF11. But they've done quite a bit with the Lalafell since then. Yeah, as I say, in 2 weeks, as of yesterday, we're about to get a lot more fleshing out of the Gavos.
Intruder! Thornbreaker!
Yes, Magister. They're actually from FF11. I forgot they were called there, though. The only spell I like on Mark so far is Rapid Fire, which is pretty much the exact opposite of what I was talking about I enjoy about this kind of an idea. Was it the Taru? God, I don't remember. I wish Blade was there. I'd ask him. What the Lalafell were called in FF11. For the longest time, I had trouble getting used to the names in FF14 because I'd call them all by their 11 counterparts' names. Now I have the exact opposite problem. I can't remember what anything was called back in FF11.
Alert the crew!
Shaw is interesting because I could be wrong about this, but he shows up several times in BFA and then, like, goes away from the narrative. Like, have we seen Shaw since BFA? Not counting what's about to happen.
Stars! To me! The Briarback!
And Dragonflight.
Still gross wrong!
Yeah. No surprise. I don't remember him in Dragonflight, but I believe you. First it was Legion, now it's Dragonflight. So Hume, Elvan, Harutaro, Mithra. That was the other one. And the Galka, yeah. I do like the stale walls and listens. The very concept of the stale wall and listen is going to get a positive when we get there. The application of it will lead to many more positives.
To me!
I'm sorry. I love the stale while and listen approach. That was such a great idea. I remember Bane showing up because he was a dick to the Centaur.
Stormsong will endure.
I don't blame him. Really. He was personally captured by them, if you're remembering. All the way back in Frozen Throne in his first approach, or first
There's treasure everywhere,
introduction.
Stormsong. Tides guide you. Have a stupendous day.
Okay, are we done here? We kind of are. Wow, okay. And that's, yeah, okay. And that quest, and that's it. That's the Quillbore quest. Can't be right. No, that appears to be it. Wow, okay. Okay, God, what is going on with this zone? This... Alright, next.
Our times used to be simpler.
Yeah, now pirates! What? Now we're just fighting pirates? You know, at this point, the horde attacking just suddenly fits in. This is just the kitchen sink zone. Here, throw it in. Treasure? There's a kingdom's fortune in the gold out there in the muddy lake bottom. A sunken treasure ship from the Second War. Hey! The whole town is working together to find the treasure first. Time is short, though. We gotta hurry. How soon? The Iron Tide attack us each day, and there's a horde army! Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, we will reclaim what's ours. Every path has a few puddles.
An Iron Tide captain, Caligo McGee, has been trying to scare us off for days now, but it's not working. He's ordered his men to lock up everyone and sell us as slaves. Okay. Sure.
See, nourish ya.
A few years ago, I tried to join the Iron Tide. They said it was an Iron Tide material, not cruel or heartless enough. So I teamed up with Nedley and Moxie. We started looking for treasure on our own. Let's show the Iron Tide they're not dead wash material. Ah! Okay, lol. That's right. I'm saving the B quest. I know that one. So we're saving that before we get back to the MSQ. Yeah. By the way, you'll notice I've kind of been avoiding the MSQ. That's because by memory, the MSQ in this zone is legit. Like, I'm actually looking forward to that. So we're gonna save that for last. We'll get to that. Well, that's true. We'll see some Tortolans in this zone too. Just throw it in the sink. Throw it in the sink. We've been holding off the Iron Tide for days now, but now they brought it in Etten. An Etten.
See, nourish ya.
Two-Faced Tom. Why do they call him that? Are you seriously asking me that? Yeah, I'm just curious. Why do they call him that? Oh, we might see Nola. I don't remember if she's not in the World Questy stuff, you know? Because I know she's in the World Questy stuff, but we're not really touching that. That's a bar. There we go. Yeah, into the sink. Into the sink. We're just going with it at this point. He just evaded my big shot. You asshole. Fine. Die. You know, I hate to keep crapping on this zone. But you know another weird thing about Stormsong Valley? The music is nowhere near as good as the other two zones we've seen so far. Oh, don't mistake me. Stormsong has some great songs, but it's not the overworld song. It's not the Stormsong song. Right? This song that's been playing for the majority of the zone, not into it. When we go to this stuff up here, this is great music up here. We've already heard a little bit of that. But, like, compare and contrast, like, just the song for roaming around Tiragard, or the Drustfar theme, compared to this. Hey, Nordabang. Tiragard has a really, really good general overworld song. Some of you may remember it from the Tor Run, because there were large swaths of the Tor Run where I just got really sick of the overworld music, and so I just kind of started replacing it with my own. So I got a lot of mileage out of the Tiragard music. Thank you, Nordabang, for the sub. Remember, you can put that towards up to 3 things of your choice, should you choose. You wonder something funny. Commentary on the pacing of WoW combat. My aim shot, which is my big, long, slow cast, is only about a 2-second cast time. It makes it slow for WoW, but... Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2, Xenoblade 3. You got it. Thank you, Nordmay. Be free! Be free! You know, I don't fully expect them to support all their old content. Not really. I mean, I do firmly believe in the concept of the old content team. You know, it'd be nice is if they just kind of port certain cosmetics out of their old content so we don't lack the ability to get them anymore, you know? In reasonable circumstance. Oh, definitely good. Mr. Floyd, 100%. He's the caretaker of the dead. That's a full-time job. Yeah, maybe even just something as simple as adding a vendor. That's the easiest option by a pretty large margin. That would not take long. Go find all the ID flags for each of the items, set up a vendor, set up some interaction scripts, done. And it's worth noting, WoW has been getting better and better about allowing the exact thing I just described to happen. So, maybe someday I'll actually have that freaking suit from the Warfronts. All 4 of them. Well, no. All 16 of them.
Every hand helps.
They're free, we can back to finding the treasure.
We'll reclaim what's ours.
Treasure.
Every path has a few puddles.
The workers are digging day and night to find that lost treasure. You get an equal share if you help out. Talk to Nedley.
Oh, we will reclaim
But I don't like treasure.
what's ours.
Or want treasure. Or need treasure, for that matter. This one acts like they've never seen a gnome before. You,
Interesting. Off and away.
Nidley Grinner don't like being taken advantage of. Nobody's finding that treasure before me.
Don't get your ballast in a
I
barn.
saw you killing Guy and Tide. You want in on our action?
Storm's coming. I can feel it in my waters.
I got a little deal on the side, selling used ship parts to the Addington shipyards. While you're out looking for the treasure, see what useful parts you can salvage from the mud. We'll sell them to the Addington, cut you in for a share of the profits.
The tide waits for no man. Storm's coming.
The workers are complaining about elementals coming to the air while they're digging for treasure. Just this morning, I had 2 people crushed to death. It's slowing down the hunt.
Don't get your ballast
Yes,
in a
that would be
bind.
terrible.
Good day to you. You have a great day now.
My last time in Tolbarat, I had to leave in a big hurry. But I grabbed a few gadgets on the way out. This device is one of my favorites, so don't break it. It'll suck the treasure right out of the mud. It may make you tinkle some, but that's just the radiation.
Very well, then.
Okay.
My, you're a tall one.
Cool.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm really hopeful for the Delve concept. Because Delves can absolutely be all kinds of things, just like, as Huthor just pointed out, dungeons are. Like, there are all kinds of dungeons nowadays. I mean, Honor and Plains, you know? I forget what the actual dungeon name is, but you know the one I'm talking about. The Nakud Offensive. AKA the Honor and Plains. Yeah, no. They can do whatever the hell they want to with Delves, and I hope they do. All they have to do is be contained, and this is WoW. They know how to keep you contained without literal walls. Interesting. I've been one of those people who has always argued that dungeons are meat content when it comes to WoW. And I know that sounds like a dumb statement, but there's been some pushback on that for a long time. And if you notice, WoW itself doesn't always actually have dungeons in patches. Oftentimes they're limited to just either, like, the mega dungeon for the entire expansion, or, like, a series of dungeons right at the end of an expansion. Usually plot-related. Not that I'm against mega dungeons, don't mistake me, I'm just saying. Dungeons are good, yo. That's the only point I'm trying to make. I mean, mega dungeons go all the way back to vanilla if you really think about it. Like, I'm sorry, look at BRD and tell me that's not a mega dungeon. Hell, it was originally a raid. What's a War Within mega dungeon I would make? Like, just conceptually. Same question to the crowd. Like, what's something you think would make a cool mega dungeon themed around War Within? I actually have an idea off the top of my head, but I'm not sure if it's a good one. I mean, most of my ideas are terrible. We all know that. Do you ever worry about radiation? Lady, I love an Earth. A cartel ethereal void ship. It's a big ship. No, I'm kind of with you, Miristar. Reminds me of the satellites back in BC. Those are ships too, remember? The Corway? We are currently Mark's spec, yeah. And I'm currently really not liking it. Honestly tempted to just switch again and be like, yep, that sucked. Moving on. I figured I'd give it more time, but man, this is not gelling with me at all. Zandalar's made of gold. There's gotta be a way to steal the whole city. God, the Ethereals have been poking their head in since Wrath. No, really, you ever think about that? They just keep showing up periodically, like, hi, we're still here, okay, bye. They were even in Legion. Which I guess isn't that much of a feat, now that I say it out loud, but whatever, I stand by it. Yes, there was a quest chain, very, very small quest chain, involving the Azure flight during the Malygos War, or whatever it was called. The Nexus War, I think is what they call that one. And during that chain, we found out that the Malygos' forces were working with the Ethereals. And we could actually kill one of them. A game about digging a hole. How? What? How does that work? I know we're in the era where anything could be made a game, but what? I mean, we do have that giant sword. Maybe going down. Seeing what it's cutting down to. Like, it would essentially be a cave, but an extended cave as we're kind of cutting down and down and down and down. That could even be a big reveal moment, what the sword was actually aiming at.
Hey. Be seeing you. Very good. Off and away.
Oh,
Very
now you give me this
Be
quest.
seeing you.
So, she says, I'm feeling positive about this cave. I feel like there's a large pile of gold in it. And there is. Know any Kultiran nobles with lots of gold and poor security? All of them? Although old and mud-covered, it's still a lot of gold. It's not enough to be Nedley's legendary chair, but it's still several thousand in gold coins. It should be returned to Shales to be split amongst the workers. Does it have to be? I'm kidding. We'll share it. If I'm not mistaken, didn't the first significant event of the third zone happen when the sword hit?
My, you're a tall one. You
I
have
had to
a
dance
great-
around how I said that.
Very well, then.
Yeah, the Day of Darkness. Yep. So that's immediate relevance right there. And yeah. No gold, but lots of rum. Who wants some long-forgotten rum? Age has not made this better. Oh, God, that was terrible. Oh, why did I drink that? I'm so sorry. I regret everything. It is stated outright, yeah. I forget who says it, but I want to say it's Anduin. Who says, you know, I remember a line which was essentially, you know, I compared the timelines. It was when the sword hit, or something like that.
Get cracking. The tide waits for no
See what you
man.
can get out of the mud.
Storm's coming. I can feel it in the waters. Don't get your ballast in a boat.
I almost trust you.
The tide waits for no man.
There's a Tortolan trying to get our treasure. He's on the west side of town. He's nosy and he may have found out something. Talk to Moxie. Come up with a plan to get rid of him.
Storm's coming. I can feel it in the
I haven't played an Alliance character in War Within, Bergman. I was going to say, I don't think there is any faction-specific stuff in War Within at all. I don't want to 100% say that because I haven't played an Alliance character in War Within. But this town is a horrible place full of bad people. All they care about is money. No one cares about turtles. Turtles are out there thirsty, drying up, and getting stepped on. You have to save the turtles. I will save the turtles for you. I haven't seen all the echoes yet. Admittedly, I've kind of put a hold on seeing the echoes because I want a guide. But also, I don't like to do that solo. I want to do that with packs. So I haven't done that yet. The only echo I have seen had to do with the Black Empire.
Not from round here, are ya?
Some people just run off with the treasure, but you didn't. We'll split this up into 214 shares. Here's your cut.
See, nourish ya.
Yeah, the echoes are fascinating, and probably worth a story positive just for the concept.
Pleased to meet you.
Tortola. The shell with arm and legs. Don't let him fool you. He's smart and nosy. He's always poking around, collecting old relics and scrolls and junk. I think electric shocks, fire. Maybe we blow him up. But it's bad luck to kill a Tortolan. I don't need bad luck.
Very good.
Fine, I'll go talk to him.
Step closer and don't mumble.
I was standing here for a long time, and I found this interesting box in the mud. That box? Yeah, the box is mine, you nosy Kiltiran. I need mudworms to make mudworm soup, but the worms is hiding. I'm patient. I can wait a few days, maybe find more boxes. If you find me some meat, I'll trade you this box. Turtle soup? Turtle soup is not half as tasty as Kultiran soup. Whoa there! I'll get you your meat.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I am.
I don't want to bury the lead too much, but I was extremely disappointed by Awakening the Machine.
You have a great...
But I don't want to go too far into it until we get there.
Very well, then. Be seeing you.
That could take you days to get that much meat, and I don't want to wait around, so we'll use a bot as bait. I'll send early towards the thing. You see, early gets the worm. The early gets the early bot gets...
Off and away.
I suppose I could talk about it right now, since I have nothing else to do at the moment. So I had two big issues with Awakening the Machine. The first and most important is I cannot do it in a group. The exact moment that I realized I couldn't co-op it was pretty much the moment I lost interest. I've only done it twice. Where is my pet? Pet. There. You know what? Let's just... The second problem with it is exactly what Huthor just mentioned. It's, It just doesn't have the variety it needs. It's actually a really good basic concept. In fact, I'm actually with the basic concept. But once you've done it once, you have pretty much done it forever. There is no additional variety. In fact, I would say about halfway through the waves, you've basically seen all of it. I mean, near as I could tell, it was abandoned content, which shrug. Either that or it's a prototype, beta test for something else. Sorry, what I mean by abandoned content was like cut content. Like the Vashir raid that never happened. It is decent rep, which is why I should be doing it, but I haven't been because I haven't been doing any of my rep in War Within, like, at all. I just haven't had time. By total contrast, I love the theater, but the theater is a more traditional event. And I tend to like the events in War Within, and Dragonflight for that matter. I'm actually sad because we probably will not get to show off most of the events in Dragonflight. I doubt anybody's doing them. We'll see. But I doubt it. Let's see, we had the assault on the Black Dragon spot, which was fine. No complaints there. We had the soup. I actually really like the soup, as absolutely pathetic as that sounds. And I, of course, really loved the Emir Drasil stuff, as I did with everything in Emir Drasil. I remember, that's great, thank you. I don't remember what it was called, and I'm probably not going to see it here. But, yeah, the time thing right here. I wasn't into the Grand Hunts. I only did the Grand Hunts for the achievement, and I have no plans to go back.
Greetings, sir, or ma'am. Fine, leave. I was done talking to you anyway. Come back with some better stories.
You've been a most helpful, Kultiran. Please visit me and the other Tortollans on the Jeweled Coast. We'll discuss soup and other pressing matters.
Fine, leave. I was done talking to you anyway.
Be seeing you.
You left early behind and a giant word ate him. He's got sentimental monetary value. You don't leave bots behind. Kill that worm. Get early back.
Well, then.
Ugh, okay. Oh yeah, then there's the Primalist Future thing, which... again, I don't have a complaint about it, I just wasn't super into it. Be free.
Good day to you. You have a great day now. Very good.
Killing that worm stirred up a commotion in the caves below. The Iron Time seemed pretty excited. We better check it out. Nedley's on his way. Meet us near the caves.
Off and away.
But first, I gotta turn in something really quick. I'll go first, just in case there's gold. Uh-huh. Oh my god. So she just asked us to go save the turtles, which I did. And she said, oh good, they're still moving. They'll be very fresh. Fresh turtles. You gotta pay me my share now. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Cool.
Spit it out. Don't get your ballast in a bind.
Irontide. They found treasure in the caves below us.
Tide waits for no man.
These Irontide think they can just come in and take the treasure we've been hunting for months. By rights, that treasure's ours. Get in there and get our share before it's gone. And by share, I mean all of it.
Feel it in the waters.
I did some time in Tall Dog Girl with the captain of this crew, Caligo McGee. He likes to hang back and direct his men from afar. I just happened to have spotted him across the flats. You and I should go pay him a visit.
You have a great day now.
Oh goddamn, that's the second time I've had that same bug. I can't pick up the second quest for some reason. I haven't had that bug this whole time, and just all of a sudden, in this zone with this NPC, it's like... Rah! This is all the treasure Caligo McGee's found so far, packed up and ready to move out. Looks like more for you to take. Okay. Deal with that in a minute. More of Nedley's errand, boys. I'll plant him in the mud like the rest. Oh my god, he called everything in the universe to kill me! Oh god! Oh god, please spare my cat! Where's your cat? Where is it? Do you have a cat? I don't see a cat. Oh, there's your cat. I can kill your cat. What? What? Why did they kill the cat? Why did the wolves kill the cat? Why? Why? What the hell happened? Hold up. Of course it doesn't even list it. Okay, whatever. Ah! was so freaked out about that he respawned on my face.
Hey, be seeing you. Very well then. Off and away. Very good.
She has a quote when you turn in the quest that says, "I never liked his cat." You're not killing the cat this time. Canonically.
So this is what...
Come over here and don't kill the cat. Okay. I'm not killing the cat? Okay, okay. We've successfully not killed the cat. Good God. What world. I like how the Hosen are the room guards, by the way. Would you trust a Hosen to guard your room? So, what happened was, it's the thing where they automatically hit nearby enemies with, like, a stomping attack. And I must have still had that proc up when I was standing near the cat, because I didn't do anything to provoke that, so it must have been left over from killing the previous thing. I think. That's my best guess.
Good day, dear.
Alright,
But
I need your help.
always to the sea.
Or Mr. Bigglesworth. He deserved better. Reminds me of the woman with the dog in Hitman 3. Points if you have any idea what I'm talking about. Don't worry, I killed her ass. Like, I was doing a no-kill, no-anything run, and I broke that just to kill her. You and I are pretty much friends now. Can I borrow some gold?
Every ounce.
No. I have no gold for you. If those are the only options, Mr. Floyd, I'd make Kalimdor one zone. That's crazy. Expanding Kalimdor so each zone is the size of War Within zones. War Within zones are gargantuan. They're as big as Dragonflight zones.
Not from round here, are you?
Yeah, exactly, Huthor. It's just, You know what music would unironically suit this pretty well? Give me a sec. Hang on. It's gonna be... Give me a second, I'm not actually sure where it is exactly, because file names. Nope. Nope. Oh, gosh. first. Hate to point this out yet again, but this is another quest chain, which has the secondary quest problems that this zone has been having. Let me explain what I mean by that. For the most part, for the overwhelming majority of the part, there's design that goes into how often you should spend on a specific quest. Either in terms of how many things you have to kill, how much progress you get per time, what the drop rate is. All of those kind of things are things that ultimately boil down to the same equation. Time spent on quest. For whatever reason, Stormsong, and only Stormsong, has suddenly massively increased that number by almost double compared to everything else so far, just in BFA. Like, I'm still running around trying to get these stupid bags. Because I need 12 of them, which is already too much, and they don't have 100% drop rate, which is not great.
Bury me with my world.
There, God. Hey, Spartan.
Interesting. Very well, then.
And thank you, Loke, for the sub. Hang on, I don't remember what ended up happening with the Xbox thing. I remember you linked me something and it was an Xbox emulator. Just straight Xbox. Here we go. And then there's the 360 Research emulator, which you linked. I remember looking at this. And it didn't look super up to date. But if we check the compatibility tab of this one, and then we check Gears of War. So it's Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. I don't know what any of that means. Apparently Gears of War 1 is extremely buggy. As in won't actually launch. Wow. Literally freezes at the title screen. So that sounds like a nope. Am I right, though? Does this music not fit just a little bit better for the kind of weird, zany, all-over-the-place vibe we got going on here?
Bastard ass!
Well, let's assume it's a no for now, Loke, and I'll jot down your other stuff. Here we go. And I'll put that in the check-in on it later, kind of a thing. Company of Heroes, RNC 2. Does anyone remember what Ratchet & Clank 2's subtitle is?
Mind your tack. The tide waits for no man.
Wow, these people are actually going commando. Thank you. Threatening me. Like, you guys are literally threatening me. To give you the money that I have gone and gotten. For you.
Our times used to be simpler. Oh, we will reclaim what's ours.
You've been a big help, and now there's a bunch of gold to give you. You should go to CB Brizage. Treat it like a vacation. Keep your mind off the gold. We'll be fine here. When you come back, we'll have your share ready for you. You'll just be getting in the way here. So we're about to be robbed. Okay, cool. Right. I noticed you didn't pick a third thing, Logue. Unless I missed it. Oh god, frickin' Centinax. I hate doing the Centinax crap. So what's this now? This should be Naga, I believe, now? Yep, this is the Naga. Hang on, let's switch to the Naga music.
Stormsong will endure. Keep your wits about
Did he owe
you.
you any money? He always sends me people he owes money to.
We will make this valley whole again.
The Naga appear to be trying to push... Okay, hold on. We've been able to keep the Naga back at the beach so far, but they've been binding in more elementals than we can keep up with. Without a tide sage, we have no way to free the elementals from their bindings, but we cannot allow them to push forward anymore. The spirit of the sea should not be contained by anything. Slay them and let them return to the ocean.
Remember the storm's song. Keep your wits about you out there.
The Naga sorceress leading this excursion seems to be in the process of binding a larger elemental. If she succeeds, we'll no doubt lose our foothold.
We will make this valley whole again.
When the Naga force first arrives, there was a handful of local fishermen out in boats. One of the scouts report that one of them has been captured and are being kept in cages. Free them. Yeah, okay.
Remember the storm's song.
So... I just realized I was wrong. There's actually 3 enemy races that haven't been fleshed out at all. Quillbore, Harpies, and Naga. And Naga are such a weird inclusion there. Like, let's actually think about this. Were there any Naga in Wrath? I actually don't remember.
The tide ebbs.
Sly Collection, you got it. That's right. In the Borean Tundra. Yep. Okay, so that's Naga and Vanilla, BC, Wrath, obviously in Kata. Plenty of presence in Kata. I don't think we had any Naga in Pandaria. So I think that's absent. And I don't think we had any Naga in Warlords. We definitely had Naga in Legion and BFA. We do have Naga in Shadowlands. I don't remember if we have any in Dragonflight. And War Within isn't done yet. But that's still a huge number of expansions with Naga presence and no real Naga development. Like, the Naga are still all pretty much universally stormtroopers. They've never moved from that spot, and that's my point. There's apparently Naga in War Within in the zone I haven't done yet. So there you go.
My queen, I've failed.
So that leaves us with Warlords and Dragonflight as the exceptions. That's doubly weird, because the Naga aren't even, like, debatably sentient like some things are, like the Trogs. No, the Naga are just straight-up people.
Drown these insects, my children. Show yourselves worthy of my pride.
So, Ashara got her new model finally. Well, there is that one Naga who helps us in BC. It's part of a quest chain that I'm not even sure is in the game anymore.
Abyss! Take it!
God, is that it? Is it just the one? That means we quite literally have more friendly Murlocs than Naga. That's weird.
You're a long way from home. Keep your wits about you out there.
Should slow down their progress.
Remember the Stormsong. We will make this.
I have no idea what this might be, but I don't like the looks of it. Yeah, me neither.
Keep your wits about you out there. Remember the Stormsong.
I was kind of counting Bosch and Shadowlands, but even that's a little bit asterisky. If we count that as an asterisk, then we have to re-examine Naga presence. Ugh. I'm no Tide Sage, but even I can tell that whatever you have there is probably not a good sign for the Bastion. There's one of those Tortolans, recall, who's been helping us figure out a solution to whatever the Naga are planning. You'd probably like to see this.
We will make this valley whole again.
Will you? The leader of your valley doesn't seem to want that. Oh, there's our vector quest.
I've seen things that would scare you shellless.
Done.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I am.
You're up for it. I have an idea to give the Naga an amusing surprise. He slowly pulls out a scroll and waves in your face. I need some teeth from marine predators. Luckily, the Naga brought some eels with them. Ugh! Disgusting eels! Actually, real talk, the actual line in the quest says, brought some disgusting eels with them.
Come back with some better stories.
The Naga often take what they want with little care for who they're taking it from. Maybe we should do the same for them. Okay.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I am.
Time to kill some filthy eels. I like eel sauce. Eels themselves, this is going to sound strange, but I swear I mean this, taste kind of like toasted marshmallows. That's the best comparison point I've ever gotten for how to describe how eel tastes. It's not quite as sweet, obviously. It's like savory toasted marshmallows.
Your flesh will feed the depths.
You know, everyone in chat's like, ugh. Yeah, I know. Well, Ismira Star, you now have a mission. Hello, Evo. You've missed what is so far the worst zone in this freaking expansion. But it's okay, because we're killing eels again. Thank God. Honestly, I'm going to start going a little bit faster paced, because I'd really like to just finish this up today and get on to other stuff. You know what's funny is I don't even have a proper AoE as Beast, and I still feel like I just have a better and smoother overall playing experience. Well, whatever. I'm entirely proc AoEs. And they're dead. wonder what the actual music that plays over here is. Let's find out. We're actually getting kind of close to the 1/3 marker of BFA. It's been slow going because Tuesdays always slow me down. I'm trying to get caught up a little bit here. I even worked through the lunch break just to try and get some extra time done.
Step closer and don't mumble.
I can't wait to see how this
Come back with
goes.
some better stories. Fine, leave. I was done talking
Have
to
you ever been bitten by a shark? I have, numerous times. It stings. Murlocs don't usually survive shark attacks. Literally, I had in mind just ready to cast.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this.
I've seen things that would scare you shellless.
Not really, Spartan. I mean, technically, yes, but not really. So yeah, this is how we kill people as a shark. We just run through them. Can confirm, this is how real life works. Excuse me.
Greetings, sir and/or ma'am.
How did it feel to be a Murloc's greatest fear?
Come back with some better stories.
Look. And is that it? And then the quest chain just ends! What is with this zone? That's it? That's the Naga quest chain? Hey, the Naga are attacking. Okay, let's steal some resources for them to cast a ritual. Okay, we did it. I am so confused. We've been theorizing if this zone was very early or late in development, because what in God's name? Thanks for killing the Naga. Piss off. Okay. Speaking of doing too many things, here's another story arc.
We will reclaim what's
Let's
ours.
see, what's this one?
Seas grant you favor.
Ettins! They're under a siege by Ettins! As you can plainly see by the rocks falling from the sky, we're under siege by those terrible Ettins. If you could be obliged to lend us a hand, I'd be most grateful. We can't possibly hope to defeat them unless we properly prepare you first. Be a dear, fetch some things from around the hamlet. Water, sack of flour, bundle of logs.
We will reclaim
Yeah,
what's ours.
into the sink! Into the sink! It's just what this is. This is Stormsong. God, it's not even a joke at this point. I mean, it is a joke, but it's not like a deliberate joke.
Not from round here, are you? Every path has a few puddles.
Granius, everyone running around errands trying to put her hamlet back in order. I don't know what to do. The rats have gotten into the stores. That's right, rats! Into the sink, into the sink. I tried prodding one of them to get it to move along, and it started foaming around the mouth, and then it exploded. I think I know where all the gunpowder went.
Seas grant you favor.
Aw, rats is the name of this quest. I didn't sign up for this. I just want to get back to the simple things like grinding wheat and drinking mead. As if things couldn't get any worse around here. There's an army of rats ransacking the sheds. I don't have the stomach to exterminate them. Here, I got this off of a crazy gnome that stopped by nearby. Thought maybe it would help with the bees. Maybe we can try it on the rats?
We will reclaim what's ours.
Ever since the untimely passing of dear sweet Lizzie, rest her soul, the pests have been multiplying like crazy. In recent days, giant spiders have crawled out of the cellar. No one's been able to get down there. Would you mind squashing a few arachnids and collecting their silk?
Has a few puddles.
Okay. You know, it does kind of feel like a vanilla zone, but the problem is, I absolutely mean it as an insult, and you know I don't like to insult vanilla zones. But what? It's just whatever they were thinking of that particular day. All right, I want everyone, I need you to give me your quest chain ideas by the end of the morning. You've got 2 hours, okay? On my desk. Someone shows up. I was thinking of a quest chain entirely about pirates who are constantly trying to screw you over and steal your gold and force you to dig gold for them. Done. Put it in. Alright, what else? I was thinking about a quest to force people to go down into a dark, deep cellar and kill spiders. Done. What else you got? Everyone, what kind of quest? What kind of quest? What do you got? What do you got? We haven't done anything with those Ettins lately. That's a good point. Throw them in. You know, the worst part of it, and I had to repeat myself, but in addition to just being kitchen sinky, most of these quests aren't really all that interesting gameplay or story-wise. Okay, let's go stop the Quillboars from attacking. Okay, we did it. Actually, yeah. Yeah, going down into a cave. What's really funny is some of these areas have been very vanilla in terms of design, like the interiors. Let me give you a specific example. Actually, it's not a cave, but over... Where was that? Where was that? Here, the Briarback Crawl. God, I was staring right at it. I don't know how many of you remember, but doing that at level was actually pretty rough. Because there's tons of enemies, they're very tightly clustered, and they chain very easily. Most of the Quillboar also run when they're low on health. Pax and I actually died there a few times when we were first playing BFA. Now, I'm not saying that's actually a bad thing, I'm just pointing out the similarities to vanilla overworld design. Now, here's a random-ass thought. When did Classic come out? $2019. So I sincerely doubt there's any direct correlation there. But it's interesting to think about, isn't it? But no, what's far more likely is that just the people who are working in the zone had absolutely no central design document, for lack of a better way to put it. Like, look at Drustvar for a second. That is a zone that has a central design document, 100%. Like, no question whatsoever. They knew what they wanted to do. They knew how to do it. They knew how to vector their side quests. They knew how to make their side quests meaty and interesting and fun. And they knew how to have a main quest pipeline going through the whole thing.
Times were simpler once. We will reclaim what's ours. Seas grant you favor.
Every hand helps. Every path has a few puddles.
Seas grant you favor.
We will reclaim what's ours.
Well, I'm saving the MSQ for last because my memory agrees with you on that, Huthor. Unfortunately, Millbrook's flock hasn't been producing lately. What with the wolves about, the poor things must be terrified. You want me to milk mountain goats? Oh, I have no idea, Spartan. I have no direct experience with hardcore. Anybody here? You want me to milk goats? Okay. Excuse me, sir. Yes, I'm milking male goats. What's the problem? I don't see any problem.
Not from round here, are you?
Lately, the wolves have been terrorizing my flock. Weren't an issue until the giants moved in and pushed them out of their normal hunting grounds. I feel bad, but could you go kill them for me?
Every path has a few puddles.
I'll admit it, Millie's never been one to follow the herd. Usually it's no problem. She'll wander off, do her thing, and make her way back, but the hills have grown increasingly dangerous lately. Could you please look for her?
We will reclaim what's ours.
Hardcore PvP realm. Wow. Oh, visuals are amazing here. I'll give Stormsong Valley that. It's probably the best looking zone. Wrong way to phrase that. Probably the most enjoyable looking zone. Drustvar is probably overall the best looking zone of these three. Yeah, most pleasant looking. That's a good way to put it. As I mentioned earlier, WoW and green idyllic zones. That's a classic combo. Whoops. Sorry for killing your baby. Sorry about that. No hard feelings? Thanks. Thanks for the milk. Should we tell Evo about the ancient old gods? This zone includes an area that looks like this. Now, here's the really funny part. It's fine-ish. As long as they listen to the right voices of the sea, it's fine. It's when they listen to the wrong voices of the sea that things get problematic. By all accounts, the Kultirans have actually been fine for, well, generations. Look, Magister, if you want to settle in Drustvar, that's your problem. I mean, Stormsong Valley is the breadbasket for a reason. Honey, timber, food. Yeah, also where the shipwrights are. This is where the tide sages, you know... Oh, okay. Make port. No pun intended. Yep, Drustvar has tons and tons of raw mineral resources, and some decent timber as well.
Times were simpler once. Every path has a few puddles.
Okay. Like, okay, let me use a direct comparison. This is an unfair comparison. But let me try to zoom in the camera a little bit on why some of this works and some of this doesn't. You know what a side quest was like in Tiergard Sound? Going to the Norwington estate, doing little side quests and mini-games, and all the while helping out good Norwington himself. Ha ha ha! I've heard good things about you. He was voice acted, which helped. He was a legitimately interesting person, boisterous, affable, friendly. And most of the gameplay element of the quests were interesting. Some of them were basic kill quests, but most of them still had some design to them, and there were some mini-game related stuff too. Then we were attacked and invaded by the Trogs, and we ran around using the exact same mechanics we'd been learning in mini-games to fight off the Trogs. It's a classic tutorial established payoff kind of a format, and it did so while being interested. And there was a Tortolan who you figured helped ride a horse. That quest chain was awesome. And that was just pure secondary. Here we saved some goats from some wolves, defeated the Quillboar, helped the pirates to get some money, defeated the Naga. Oh, I see there's now quests up there that are new. Those weren't there earlier. Like, there's nothing here. There's no meat on the bones. It's just as if someone had heard of the concept of quests and was just throwing them together.
Seas grant you favor.
Every path has a few puddles.
Thank you for helping me collect. I couldn't let you go out there and battle the Ettins on an empty stomach. I would be no better than those terrible monsters if I did that, now would I? You just feel free to take a load off while I make you a fresh batch of cookies and warm milk.
Seas grant you favor.
Okay. Just a moment and I'll have something for you, dear. Ah, these are absolutely perfect. Here you go. Couldn't send you out hungry now, could I? Hope you like them.
Times were simpler once.
What'd you think? Hit the spot, don't they?
We will reclaim what's ours.
Okay, now here's a little something I whipped up for you with those extra ingredients. We don't have much around here in the way of weapons, but we've got gunpowder and flour. You thought I was just a sweet old lady baking delicious cookies for an old passerby? Ha! I'll have you know I was quite the firecracker back in my day.
Seas grant you favor.
And before you head out, one more favor. Please take these cookies to Charles. What sort of grandmother would I be if I didn't bake some for him, too? A terrible one, that's what, and I've no wish to be accused of that.
Every path has a few puddles.
Okay. Sure. This zone is so confusing. That is cute, though. Like, that's the kind of thing I like in my side quests, is little cute moments like that. Like, here, go do these quests, and then fight the Ettins. They even give us a tool to fight above our weight class, which is the kind of thing I tend to enjoy. Gives the player a moment of feeling powerful as they're leveling. Oh god, it is. That's another thing that's weird about this zone. This zone has two bits of custom music. One is the generic overworld, and one is the awesome music of Awesome, which we'll have when we get back to the MSQ. And then it's just whatever else. Like, we've had Warlords music, we've had vanilla music, and we've had BC music as we roam around. Now, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but, like, when you combine it with everything else going on, it just adds to the schizophrenic vibe this place has. Yeah, the Stormsong. The more we play, the more I think you're right, Uthor. I think this was deliberate. The clamoring for vanilla was real at this point in time. And it could be that they were playing into that with Stormsong. What's weird is I don't remember a Horde zone pulling this off. Like, the closest would be Zuldazar, and even that has a pretty strong through line going through it. So, I don't know. Come on.
Not from round here, are you? Every path has a few puddles.
Are those cookies I smell?
Reclaim what's
Oh,
ours.
thank you.
Seas grant you favor.
Wait a minute. With the storage shed ransacked by rats and the giants pillaging our shipments, we've been running low on food. When I was making my way out here, I saw a bunch of grain sacks. I'd appreciate if you retrieve them while you're out.
Every path has a few puddles.
Grandma always telling me how I need to toughen up these days. We've got it easy these days. I read a story about giants that are terrified of rats, so I thought, hey, Charles, here's a great idea. Take those rats and loose them on the Ettins. Tried to be tough for once, but now look how it turned out. I'm here just hoping I don't get squashed. The litter's just up the hill there. Here, take the rats with you. Hope I was right.
Seas grant you favor.
Now here's a real question. Do you currently enjoy Stormsong, Uthor? I've never been quiet about why I didn't enjoy Stormsong. Although, admittedly, with the advantage of hindsight, maybe this kind of nature of the zone pushed me away, too. Because I tend to not like kitchen sinks zones unless they do it really properly. I mean, well, I can't even say that, because, like, Tiergard wasn't a kitchen sink zone. It was, here's a preview of the 3 major zones zone. Yeah, the war campaign in Stormsong. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I don't want to bury the lead on that. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't know why I keep saying bury the lead lately. Yep, we got to show off the underwater bar at some point. And the friggin' bees. I've been saving the bees. I don't know if you caught that. I don't even remember the Kultiran Unlocked quest. I don't remember most of the unlock quests, unfortunately. I remember the Magcar one, obviously. And, the Volpera one. And I'm sure there's another one, but those are the only ones that are really jumping to my mind. I don't remember which one was the Zandalari one. Not off the top of my head. A lot of Zandalari quests, and they're basically all awesome, but I don't remember the specifics. I do remember Kragwa. Although I remember more from Nazmir than I do the Unlock quest. Is that part of the Zandalari Unlock? That's the one where Bwan Samdi offered Talanji an interesting deal.
Not from round here, are you?
By the way, the name of this quest is Ettin It Done. Just trying to share all these puns as we go here.
Seas grant you favor.
Times were simpler.
He's sitting here eating cookies and milk.
We will reclaim what's
Oh,
ours.
wow.
Every path has a few puddles.
And we did it. We saved them from the Ettins. Next. Okay. Can you believe the nerve of these scallywags, questioning the very coxswain of this here wharf? Bah! Lend me your ear for a moment or 3. I've got a tale that'll put brew in your mug and quiver in your boots. the biggest, deadliest catch I ever did loot on the seas.
It was a dark, stormy night when the land sharks attacked.
The what?
To arms! Land sharks be taking the wharf!
Oh my god. It's our greatest enemy. Land sharks!
Is that all you got? How's that for chumming the waters?
Thank goodness there's no Sharknado. Terrible.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
I don't remember the light forged one or the dark iron one at all, and I obviously have both. I've shown them off. Like, what the heck? I remember Tepartos, but I don't have any connecting reasons why I remember Tepartos.
How's that for chumming the waters? How's that for chumming the waters? With the sharks at bay, I sought out the Alpha.
Dun, dun,
Time
dun.
to find the Alpha of these beasts.
The most terrifying of all sharks. The alpha shark. You might even say she's a man-eater.
And that is how I got me deadliest cash. Tidemore's fin. Sold for a pretty copper, too.
Sinker's right. Sharks are solitary predators. I don't believe a word. Let me tell all of you about the time I caught the biggest fish in all of Azeroth.
Okay.
Spit it out. Don't get your ballast.
Book's got a few screws loose in the head, I'll tell you. Sharks work to get on something philly. It does remind me of one of my favorite tales, though. Yeah, this is the day Deathwing came, 2.0. With voice acting this time. So we're not gonna punch the dragons in the face. Does remind me of my other favorite tale. I ever told you about the time I caught the single largest, deadliest, most tentacled beast in all of Azeroth? I thought not. It's not a story I'd tell you sober. It was a day unlike any other.
Storm's coming. I can feel it in my waters. I remember it well. It was Pilgrim's Bounty, and I was fishing up the main course for the banquet. It was then that I realised I'd forgotten my fishing rod. A fisherman's only as good as their rod, if you ask me. Tides take me! I forgot my rod!
It's a pretty skybox, though. Go and grab our rod.
Anywho, like I was saying, we needed fish for the bounty, and lots of it. So off I went. Just, wanted to admire the view a second longer. Now this is what I call fishing.
These aren't fish. In case you're not aware of that fact.
Bullseye! Fish eye! Bullseye! Fish eye!
I mean, they gave us a rocket pack that kills everything around us, for God's sakes. Oh.
Like shooting fish in a barrel!
I mean, literally, that's... Why are there pumpkins? You know, I don't even want to know. That's not how you catch fish. I don't think I would eat any of these fish.
Bullseye! Fish eye!
Look at the barrels slowly filling up with fish. Yeah, fishing.
Like shooting fish in a barrel! Bullseye!
I have a feeling these people might be drunk as they're telling us this story.
The hungry eye of none other than the Leviathan, Ozumat.
Oh, hey, it's Ozumat himself.
Not on my wharf!
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think Ozumat has that many tentacles. In fact, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I don't know. Maybe he has 10 tentacles. Nope, there's an 11th. And a 12th. Alright, so 12 tentacles. Now
this is what I call fishing.
I'm stuck in the water. I'm stuck in the water! Ah! Time to kill from the water.
Bullseye! Fish eye! When the beast's tentacles subdued, it was time to finish the job. Luckily, I had my special bullets I kept round my neck at all times for just such an occasion. Time to seal the deal. And that is how I hoisted the very fiend of the dark below to this very mast.
Aye, Sinker's got a point. Ozumat ain't been seen since the Cataclysm.
Ah!
And Sinker's got a tale of his own.
Okay.
Mind your tack. Don't get your ballast in a bind.
Ozumat ain't been around on account. I shot him. I swear me beard, every word is true.
The tide waits for no
Alright, Sinker,
man.
what do you got? Then what happened? Oh my god. Some of you probably can't read that text, but if you can read my quest text in the far upper right there, you'll notice my quest objective says... That's actually my quest objective is... What? Oh my god, it's a dolphin with a laser on its head and bombs attached to its fins. I have no further questions. So we got the southern move. Now we need to get the eastern move and the western move. That's actually the objective. I'm not making that up. There we go. Got the eastern move. I have a special ability called Move with Porpoise. It's a speed increase. Because I'm moving with porpoise.
That helmet's gone to your head. I'd sooner believe Line actually managed to catch a fish.
Aye, even I can agree. Hey, wait a minute.
Now let me tell you how I met these two sorry sailors.
Ah, don't listen to these landlubbers. They haven't fished an oyster in their lives. Before they met him, they were dry as the sands of the shoreline are at low tide. I'll spin you a tale the day we met. 'Twas also the day I saved the war from the biggest, meanest, largest monster of the briny deep you can imagine.
I was first watch, keeping an eye out for more of them blasted Naga.
I hate them Naga. Fish folks ain't natural. Fish people, sure. Fish that can talk, no problems. Fish that are eaten, delicious. I hate fish folk. Oh no, it's a fish folk!
Perish, landwalker!
Actually, an elite fish folk, just by the look of them.
Is that all you got?
State of play. We've decided to start ritualistically cannibalizing our players and charging them for the pleasure. So we've got Reckless Blow, Bellow, and my personal favorite, Keelhaul.
Perish, landwalker!
Oh, you heard him. Perish.
Where there's a gill, there's a way.
You heard her. Where there's a gill, there's a way. Also, do you have hands? Is that a void whale shark?
Then, I saw it, approaching from the horizon. A beast unlike any I'd ever seen.
You know, sadly, in this setting, this is the most believable thing of the three tales. Void whale shark? Yeah, I'd believe that. Alright, time to make my final stand.
Is that all you got? Thanks to my razor-sharp wit, I knew exactly how to cut the beast down.
Aye, with my expert angling.
Oh my god!
Your trap line. Wait your turn.
He's flying around with a jetpack.
Into the part where I dive straight down its gullet and slice it up from the inside out. All right. Line and sinker out. But everything else is true. Every last word.
Did you see Line with the jetpack? Pluses. Thank you for actually having an honest-to-God good quest chain. It was even fun on the gameplay axis. Holy crap. Like, what the hell? That just came out of nowhere. So anyways, you know, if I can complain really quick about bad side quests, hear me out for a second. You know the biggest flaw of bad side quests, and I mean this with legitimate sincerity. Bad side quests discourage the player from doing them. How many of you can imagine a scenario where a player is doing Stormsong, excuse me, and just kind of stops doing quests after a certain point because they're just sick of them? And they would completely miss that little chain right there.
Get cracking. Don't get your ballast in a bind.
Oh hey, now we can kill more Naga.
Waits for no man. Storm's coming. I can feel
This is the exact same... Most RPGs have this problem, really. FF14, for example, is a game that has, generally speaking, like 90% terrible side quests. And then every now and again, there's one that's just kind of a banger out of nowhere. Worse, some of FF14's really good side quests aren't labeled blue quests, even though they probably should be, because they like to call blue quests unlock quests, as opposed to, you know, primary optionals or anything like that. So every now and again, there's a side quest in FF14 that's just like, yeah! And the only way to know is to do them all. I can actually use a specific example of that. The Corn Servant quests are side quests in FF14. Those were pretty universally legit.
My life for Azara.
Who? Yeah, the Void quests. Another perfect example of that.
My queen, I've failed.
Excellent. War Corn Servants.
The seas swallow you.
Abyss, take you.
It's actually funny, we unironically did a quest earlier called Boy Cries Wolf. It's pretty much the exact concept, isn't it?
For the Queen!
Dragon Age games tend to line into this too. So most Dragon Age side quests are well, I shouldn't say it most. That's not accurate. Dragon Age side quests are of very varied quality.
Jeez.
We have good, we have bad, and we have everything in between.
To the abyss with you!
Congrats, Uthor. What do you think of it? Now, hang on. Before you answer, I predict that you hated it. You think it was Garbo, but you loved everything about the finale. I guess the finale is being vague, but I didn't want to spoil. If it's not obvious, my opinion is that it was all amazing except for the one part around the finale. Which is just a weird dip in quality out of absolutely nowhere because plot. But otherwise, really good expansion. Okay, I killed Junaga.
Spit it out.
Follow up?
The tide waits for no man. Storm's coming. I can feel it in my waters.
Okay.
Don't get your ballast.
Go get harpoons. Go find an intact channeling rod to use against the sorceress. And set some traps to kill Naga. Okay. 1 second, I need to read something really quick. Oh no, I loved that sequence, Uthor. No, without spoiling, there's a time skip which only exists to screw everything up. It is very because plot. There's no logic behind the time skip, so it just kind of becomes a fake drama situation. We talked about it during the run. There's actually a lot of other ways they could have still had the city be attacked and not actually have that nonsense. But it felt like they were just like, get on with it. But trust me when I say that really is just a relatively minor irritation amidst a sea of fantasticness.
For Queen Azara!
If anything, what I would predict, and we mentioned this when I was streaming it, is that they might have actually had... Get some good rest, Evo. They might have literally had, like, more planned and just ran out of time or budget or interest or whatever, right? and just were like, and just skipped over whatever they had planned and got right to the attack. Because it really is just dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, fade to black. 3 days later. What? We haven't done anything in the last 3 days. Why?
To the abyss with you.
Sorry, I don't mean to overemphasize it. I apologize. I love Blood and Wine, like, a lot. I liked Witcher 3 in general, but Blood and Wine is probably when I officially fell in love with that game. Yeah, I could see that, Czar. Sorry, I was reading something. Aw. Can you at least tell me relatively where it is, Uthor? Because I'm actually curious now. Look, Czar, it's not my fault that it just kind of nailed it, okay? Blood and Wine is a perfect example of expansion effect. No, that tracks, Uthor. That tracks.
The tide.
Naga round 2? We're not doing anything, we're just killing them. But then again, what do you expect from Naga? Like, we had that wonderful intermission with the deadliest cache, and now it's back to just killing Naga. Just to be clear, we're talking about a yellow bird, right, Uthor? Make sure I'm on the right page. Isn't that game, like, coming out really soon? Killers of Snow? Does anyone remember when the Pirates Yakuza game's coming? Because I feel like it's soon. Oh man, we need a Western Yakuza game. We need to make that a thing. Sega, I got a pitch for you.
Perish, Landwalker!
A Portal 2 shooter. I mean, the problem I have, Zara, is I'm not into dark fiction. I mean, I know that's not a very apt descriptor, but it probably gets it across immediately, right? I'm just not into that. I'm not into doom and gloom. I'm not into horrible death doom. Ugh. I'm not into swamps. Look forward to seeing Nazmir.
Mind your tack. Don't get your ballast in a bind. Storm's coming. I can feel it in the waters.
Oh my god, why do these squids keep chaining? Okay, so now we used to use the channeling rod to kill the Naga who are trying to summon something, and also kill a bunch of Naga while we're there. Okay. Sure. Borderlands 4. Man, talk about a game I have negative interest in. Between Borderlands 3, Tales from the Borderlands 2, and the Borderlands movie, yeah, no, I'm good. Well's poisoned. Moving on. Oh no, it's funny, Czar. Actually, hold on. So we have Borderlands 1, 2, pre-sequel, 3, Tales 2, and the movies. That's 7 things, right? Am I missing anything in there?
For the Queen! Seize! Swallow you!
So that's 7 total products, 7 total works, of which I only like 3, which quite literally puts it at the below half marker. Is that Mass Effect problem over again? Am I technically a Mass Effect fan? Does that qualify if I only really like one game in the franchise? I feel like that's cheating at that point. Two. Mass Effect 2. Already. Actually, yeah, same question with Dragon Age. Although, Dragon Age is in a much weirder place. Because I can actually enjoy all 3 Dragon Age games. Just with asterisks, right? Dragon Age Origins, play a mage. Dragon Age 2, stop after the 2nd act. Dragon Age Inquisition, skip all the side crap. Boom. 3 good games. Then we'll get to 4. Asterisk. Do I think she was cursed? I mean, the rules magic of that setting tends to lean itself towards curses, so based on the setting itself, I'd say yes.
Go!
Oh, no. No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
This stone pulses with the power of Ashara herself. Take it to the forces at the fort proper. They'll know what to do.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, they've succeeded at their summon!
How tenacious. Feel honor in your accomplishment of living long enough to face my pride.
We've already fought her wrath, so here's her pride, I guess. Cool. Well, that's a thing, I suppose. Man the cannons! Oh, jeez. Continue manning the cannons. Actually, yeah, her pride is much stronger than her wrath. Go figure. That's interesting. I like do this. Not really. Look. This is big and terrifying, okay? You can tell because all we can do is shoot cannons at it while everyone else is just there as set dressing. Frankly, this exact same style of quest was done better, I know you're tired of hearing me say this, back in Tiergard Zound. You remember when we fought the Kraken up here, the Void Kraken? Much better implementation of the exact same concept. So we did it. Yay. Back to Brenadum. How are we going back to Brenadum after that? Oh my god, the Horde are attacking! Again! Why? Okay, that was... whatever, I suppose? I forgot that Tortolans had a theme.
I have many lucky doos you like. May your feet find good trails.
You're right, this is goblin music. What? What?
Step closer and don't mumble.
Have you come to speak to old Nola?
Oh my god, it is goblins. I thought you were joking, Huthor. Into the sink! So here's Nola.
You look like you can appreciate a good story. Well, aren't you a spry young thing? It's so nice to see you, dearie. You look like you can appreciate a good story. Have you come to speak to old Nola? Some say I have a tendency to ramble. My sister was far worse, though. Did you know she once fell asleep mid-sentence? I almost didn't notice that she was snoring. Her voice is so rough as it is. Rather like my second grandson, actually. He was such a proud Tortolan, if a bit big for his shell, if you know what I mean. A shame he was eaten by a whale shark. Did you know you can use whale shark gills in soup? It prevents scale rot. Oh, what were we talking about?
Love you, Nola. The Venture Company contaminates our pristine waters with toxic oil. My people are strong and will endure this until the time is right to strike back. The creatures with soft skins cannot wait. We must act now and save them from the danger.
Come see old Nola again sometime.
For millennia we have roamed Azeroth's depths, yet never has a landwalker journeyed with us. In order to help us, you must learn to travel the waters as we do. Find these 3 scrolls: Harmonious Fins, Endless Tides, and Graceful Breaths.
Adventurous.
Yeah, for those of you not aware, we lost this voice actress. Very recently, actually. Like, I think it was last year. It was last year or the year before. It was very recent.
I have scars older than your language.
These Venture Company thugs set flame to the very oils they harvest. They hope to drive us from the land. Their plan has a flaw. If a great wave extinguished every torch, their oil cannot be lit. You can be our great wave.
Good luck. Try not to die. I will tell the tale of your great victory here today. So, be sure to win.
Yeah, just an old woman doing community theater as a hobby who got brought in to do a voice in World of Warcraft and was almost universally embraced by the player base as just kind of being awesome. There's a reason they gave her her own quest chain in the anniversary event. They baked it in as Mirror Star? That makes sense. I would have too. This is a lot of oil, my god.
No, me not lose.
I've got a great idea. Let's make the players walk through water that slows them as they walk through it. Oh, that makes sense, especially since, if I'm not mistaken, that's also tied to getting the mount. They tend to keep those mounts in the game. So, yeah, that tracks. Open the frickin' thing. Don't worry, we'll never see the Goblin Cartel again. For 2 weeks.
You let me win next time.
You there. You're dead. That's not very witty. Yeah, but it doesn't really have... Like, that's not the point of it. You're supposed to be witty when you kill people. Okay, fine. I've got it. I'm going to have a gun, paint it pink, and name it Slip. What are you doing? You know, whatever. I need my scroll. Get out of here. Also, really minor tidbit, the Tortollans are really big. Remember, we're a Kultiran. We're practically a giant. Like, we gotta be 7-8 feet tall. And these suckers, their shells go above our heads. Just point it out.
I should have worked for you. Oh.
It's just been revoked. That doesn't work here. Oh.
It's so nice to see you, dearie.
These smallest of victories are the foundation of the venture company's defeat.
Well, wasn't that nice? This remind with these 3 scrolls, I could make it easier for you to travel here.
Thanks, I think. I'm not sure, Luke.
I
never did these quests
an
at all.
Adventurer like you, and then I got better. Always watch your back.
The name of this quest is Make Lo Go. We Tortollans grow up hearing stories of Lo, a Tortollan who had many adventures. These stories are to help challenge a young Tortollan's mind as they figure out how Lo would make his way through any given adventure. So this...
We Tortollans love the story of Lo, a young Tortollan who traveled the world. When telling these stories, we ask young Tortollans to guide Lo around small mazes to complete different challenges. First, a simple challenge. Guide Lo to the goal. Perhaps we shall meet again on the field of battle.
Oh god, my pet. My pet! There we go.
Outnumbered, out-armored, outclassed.
Can I just say, it's insane what they've been able to manage with their quest design these days.
Easy enough, right, hero? Now, can you guide Lo to the treasure and then to the goal without crossing the path he's taken?
Like, I want you to really think about what's involved in designing a quest like this. Oh yeah, I'll show off, I hope I'll show off the Untangle the Threads one. We'll see. I don't remember if that ever intersects the,
Well, that's not how the story is supposed to go. Why don't you try again?
Okay. Yeah, I remember it in Najatar, and me and Pax were like, whoa. They also had Connect 3 in Najatar. Honestly, a little bit less impressive, but still impressive that they can make a functioning Connect 3 inside of WoW's engine. Like, how in the crap?
Well, that's not how the story is supposed to go.
What?
Why don't you try again?
What? But... Oh, I'm blind. I literally didn't even see it.
Well done, hero.
Yep, and Bloodborne on PC. You've been waiting for it for literal years, and we finally decided to do it. For $800. Limited while supplies last. We're only making 5 of them.
I've seen things that would scare you shellless.
Your presence here has only mean one thing. A twin's help is needed.
Fine, leave.
My twin saved many Tortolans during the Great Purge of the Inky Grotto. He rests here in this tranquil bubble as a reward for his service. To entice him back to our world, we will need a flavorful offering. Go get 50 seaweed. By the way, these 50 seaweed do not share.
Come back with some better...
I only mention that because I remember this specific quest very well and very badly. Time is short, and more creatures will die without your help. The Venture Company prepares a huge digging machine to tear the reef apart and destroy this cave. They've assigned a special operative to make sure the job is done. You must act now. Take out this operative. This should buy us time.
Not everything in the ocean is as good looking.
You know, I don't mean to complain about the HVA again, I swear. But I'm glad that this isn't just randomly the Horde. Or worse, that somewhere's like, wait a minute. It's goblins, therefore it's gotta be Horde. Keeping in mind the Venture Company has also been in the game since vanilla. It's the jailer! I mean, technically it is. A goblin divided will not withstand what is to come. I hope they never follow through on that. That is rare you'll hear me say that, but I hope to God they never follow through on that. So, I don't remember the very first time the jailer was shown, but I know it was at a BlizzCon. I might not have been covering. I especially remember this because they didn't quite know what they were doing, and it was so incredibly obvious. Because first they showed some concept art of the jailer. Spoilers, he looks nothing like that. They also showed a CGI reveal trailer. Spoilers, he also doesn't look like that. In fact, one of the earliest concept arts they showed was very clearly the Primus. Or was, more accurately, was recycled into the Primus. I probably was covering it, I just... So anyways, here's the bar. That's the disco jelly. Over here we have Puff and Birdie. Get it? There's Mort. It's Doris. We're just having a good time. We're cool. I love the dive bars. You get it because they're a dive. So she just asked, can I not move fast because I'm underwater? And she's right, I can't move very fast, but I can still swim kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to be careful. There's a lot of things down here that want to eat me. You see them all?
Mm-hmm.
The big lobsters. Whoa there, careful, careful. Careful.
They're all fighting.
Don't worry, we got this. We have to find all these bombs. Do you see the bombs?
Mm-hmm.
See another one over there? Let's go see if we can get it. Looks like we can't sprint underwater. It's okay, though. We've got a trusty wolf who can breathe underwater somehow. And our trusty lizard who can also breathe underwater. I guess it's a reptile? What do you think? Is it a reptile or a lizard?
Lizard.
Okay, it's a lizard. No, oh.
There's another ball.
There it is. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Behold. So you can't see it now, but it's right in front of us. Now, we have to go defeat the bad guy. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
See, what they're doing is they're polluting all the water. Do you see all of the oil and the debris? Look at this. Look at all the trash they're just throwing in the water. Ugh.
Ugh. Where is the oil?
It's all that black stuff. Like right there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's oil.
Hmm.
So let's go ahead and try to defeat the bad guy who's trying to make more oil happen.
That looks like an iguana.
What? It is kind of iguana-like, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's either an iguana or a lizard.
Well, it is definitely one of those things.
Oh, cute. The lizard just got a baby.
Yep, he likes to do that. He's very strange. Oh, there's a rock. We don't like rocks.
Why?
Can't see, I can't see. Okay, there we go.
Rock, rock.
Oh.
Coming.
I'll be up in a minute.
Greetings, sir, and or ma'am. Fine, leave. I was
The
done.
name of this upcoming quest is literally I Like Turtles.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I am.
We'll present the offering, but first we also have Breaker Bad. Use the combination of bombs to destroy the venture company Reef Breaker.
Fine, leave. I was done talking to you anyway.
There's the offering. You've done it. I, Twin, awaken.
I've seen things that would scare you shelless.
Excellent offering. Let's see if this will
Come
suffice.
back with some better stories.
As mighty as I-Twin is, this venture company is still a threat. I need you to watch over him.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I am.
During a visit to Pandari, I witnessed the citizens of Half-Hill defeat attacking Hosen by flinging the Hosen's excrement back at them. Wonder where they got that idea. The Hosen were unprepared to face the wrath of their own weapons used against them. A similar strategy can be applied here. We'll gather their mines and use them against the invader. You hook the mines up, and I-Twin and I will hollow them up.
Good luck.
I don't like any of the underwater mounts, to be quite honest with you.
At the venture company's minefield.
And that's more or less the problem, is I don't like any of them. So I default to the jellyfish because it's pretty much the only one I have on every character. Alright, it's extremely early, and I'd like to get this stupid zone done. And we're kind of there. Like we got this arc, we got whatever this nonsense is. Then it's bees and MSQ. That's going to be too long. I'm not going to finish this today. Damn it. One second. I don't know if you can see. It's this really nice, like, I don't know what it's called, hoagie bread? The kind of bread I really like. Thick sourdough. Plus chicken soup poured all over it. Yeah, pretty much, Uthor. Stormsong is just weird. It's also extremely hot. So it's just going to sit there for a moment. Here. I have very thick bread, very crusty bread. Fresh too, it was baked today. Okay, grainy and tortellans. Just jotting down some notes here. We still have the bees left, and whatever the other thing is. I swear I'll type up more careful and in-depth thoughts on the review, as I always do. right now, I really would like to finish this zone. Do it off camera. Let me get you some mines.
I see many mines to choose from.
Don't mind if I do. I don't want to be considered undermining.
These mines weren't built to detect turtles. We can gather them safely.
How do you... Okay.
Between Aitwen's strong back, my brilliant strategy, and your dauntless determination, we're undefeatable.
Why am I determination? Just curious.
I do enjoy a wild rumpus. On occasion, I have even been known to partake in a tussle, or even fisticuffs.
We have everything necessary to strike a blow against this venture company. Our plan is sound, we're well prepared, we have the element of surprise. We shall ride atop I-Twin and rain chaos on them with their own weapons.
Perhaps we shall meet again on the field of battle, side by side. Hold your breath, hero.
Oh my god, we have a battle turtle. We have a battle turtle, and I love it.
Firing. Our brilliant strategy and flawless execution have befuddled the enemy.
Those giant mechs are called Pest Remover Mark IIs. Yeah, no, the Tortolan quests have just been suddenly awesome. Obviously, there's the adorableness, but no, this is good stuff. I'm with it. Yeah, what is with this zone? These are more good quests we would have skipped out on if not for, you know, committing to doing everything.
That is why you don't poke a turtle.
Oh, that's good. What a shock, Ross. Can I get some lore shocks in chat? Because this is my shocked face. There's no Bloodborne, no Silk Song. And they're all, like, really happy and grateful that we helped them. You're probably thinking, who cares? I like it when quests have follow-through. It can be optional, it could just be people emoting at you or saying chat as you're walking by, but I like it when quests have some kind of conclusory point, right? Like, the Tortolans lined up and saying how grateful they are.
Yes, battle. And we lived, hero.
Yes. Please, remember the Naga chain and how it just stopped? Or the Quillboard chain and how it just stopped? Sorry, I should say that out loud. Malaka said, I'm going to create a new soup in your honor. That's awesome.
In the back by more races than you even know existed, so don't get any ideas. Always watch your back, or get a shell.
Or get a shell. I forgot to turn in one down below. What the crap? All right. Place your bets right now. The next little mini-hub of quests we're going to do. And it's not the bees. Good or bad.
Greetings, sir, and...
That's pretty much been what this has been. Good or bad. What do you think? What do you think? I don't even remember what it is, honestly. No memory of it. As I've said, we're getting more and more to... Well, I don't know why I'm saying that. BFA and Shadowlands are my great holes in WoW knowledge. I just don't know them that much. I literally know Dragonflight more than I know these two. Okay, what's this? Okay, that's pointless. What else we got? We're going to really hit them where it hurts. They're carting tons of black powder right out of that mine. This could end very badly for all of us if we don't do something. The mines are relatively undefended. I bet you can get in and wipe out their workers without realizing what's happening. I mean, killing the worker units, that's a classic RTS strategy. I saw a particularly ugly and agitated goblin barking orders at the rest of the miners. I'm willing to bet he's crucial to their entire operation. If you can get the mine and eliminate him, hopefully it'll throw things into disarray. Killing Horde. Not a great sign. But you never know. You never know. I should probably summon my pet. There we go. This is really good.
Lord Admiral's favor, friend.
Oh my god. Of course the Horde are slavers. Why wouldn't they be? Can't believe you're here. Please, we need help. We've been forced to work the mine non-stop. The weakest among us have been steadily dropping. We'll all be dead soon. I'm sorry. They're working their slaves to death, too.
Safe passage to ya.
Okay. Sure. Actually, I do remember the slaver in Durotar, which Thrall was completely cool with. Obviously. Yeah, the actual thing this reminded me of was the freaking, the Pits of Sauron. It was actually worse there, though, because once you die, you get up and then you keep mining. Oh, of course, Uthor. As we all know, enslaving workers in prison is okay because they deserve it. Can I just make a really quick aside? It's related, kind of. How many of you are familiar with the episode of Star Trek Voyager called 30 Days? For those of you who aren't, it's an episode where one of the main characters, and I won't spoil anything, but one of the main characters is given 30 days of isolation, solitary, as a consequence of whatever happened. Now, the reason I bring that up is because I have found it to be a fascinating litmus test of people's opinions on things, depending on their reaction to my reaction to that episode. Because I hated that. I thought that was inhuman, wrong, and literal torture. But if you go down the comment section of my rumination on that episode, you will see a wide variety of interesting and fascinating responses. My personal favorite was someone... Oh yeah, by the way, we actually have studies now that over 15 days of solitary will cause you mental issues and has a chance of causing you permanent mental issues. Anyways, one of the comments that amused me the most was someone saying that if anything, he should have been punished more because he committed 2 horrific crimes. He disobeyed Janeway, and he violated the Prime Directive.
What can I do for you? Smooth sailing.
That's an interesting question, Ross. I'd have to chew on that. Psst, over here. They won't stand a chance. With all those explosions, I expect there's no one left in the mine alive. Hopefully this operation throws... His death throws a wrench into their operations. A flamethrower. That could be useful. Why couldn't you find one in better shape? Alright, flamethrower's all patched up. Now we're going to get a little payback for Brenadum. Ah. If it's flammable, it's a target. If not, it probably needs to die anyways. Burn it all to the ground. I was scouting ahead while you were wreaking havoc in the mine. I spotted a hulking armored shredder in their lumberyard. Maybe we could do some real damage with that thing. I tried to start it up, but it looks like they might be out of juice. Maybe if I forgot to charge it? See if you can get a fresh power core from one of the other shredders nearby. If we want to keep it from expanding into Stormsong, we need to cripple their lumber production. They've only got so many lumberjacks running around. Cut them down. They'll be forced to reconsider their plans. So, we've killed their miners, now we kill their lumberjacks. See, that only works if we buy into the joke, Ross. Yeah, which mount, if you don't mind sharing, because I don't remember that. Then again, like I said, I didn't get a lot of mounts in BFA. I do look forward to actually going through, oh god, where is it? It's this one, isn't it? No, not this one. This one. A Farewell to Arms. I'm doing this achievement. I want to do this achievement. 30 days of no holodeck? See, I was thinking about the demotion thing, which nobody ever really brings up because it's so irrelevant. The demotion means nothing, really, on that ship. Like, okay. I actually can't talk about this without discussing the broader implications of storytelling and lore construction, so forgive me for going down a rabbit hole for a second. There's something I call cell phones in the Ottoman Empire. Now, let me explain what I mean about that. Real-life concepts exist. I know, shocking. And writers tend to emulate those concepts in fiction. The reason why is because those concepts exist in real life, so people, viewers, players, watchers, readers, don't actually question them. They're normal for us, therefore there's no explanation needed to explain why, for example, someone would want a promotion. Now, the reason I call that the cell phones of the Ottoman Empire thing is because in most cases it makes no sense. But most people are with it because they're not thinking about it. They're just fine with cell phones existing in the Ottoman Empire because cell phones exist in real life. But if you actually sit back and think about that, ignoring the obvious technological thing, just really think about everything that goes into making a cell phone operate. The towers, the satellites, technology to produce the thing. Like, microchips are not easy to come by, right? There's a reason why we have so many issues with China and Western Taiwan. So, that's a huge deal, right? Yeah, exactly, Ross. You're getting where I'm going with this. A lot of the time, rank in Star Trek is treated like rank in real life, but the problem is rank in real life is beneficial for several specific reasons. There are tangible and notable benefits to getting an increase in rank in real life. That's been true for most of human history, but also, most notably, right now. Most people want to get promoted because getting promoted is a good thing. But it's a good thing for reasons. In Star Trek, getting promoted is good because end statement. This is actually something that plagues all of Trek. This is an avoider issue. Because most Trek writers didn't think about what getting promoted means. Why it's a good thing. Which brings me back to him getting demoted to ensign. What does him getting demoted mean? What does it do? Other than me saying thank you to Command & Conquer. Thank you, Command & Conquer. Always appreciate. And as usual, if you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. Also notice we're back to PvP music here. Dealer's choice. You got it. Thank you again. Oh, there she is. That's true, Ross. Although that's an out-of-universe thing, but you are right. Nothing quite like the smell of burning orc, is what she just said, by the way. Oh, you're right. Sorry, that's Warsong Hold. My bad. My bad. I'm wrong and I'm done. I'm dumb. My bad. Oh, Jesus, Command & Conquer 2. I'm sorry. I do hope you're recovering as smoothly as you can. This is it. This is time to strike. Take the Shredder, destroy the stronghold, burn everything to the ground. Show no mercy. They certainly didn't offer it to the innocent civilians they slaughtered in Brenadum. Yeah, we're killing military outposts of soldiers here. We're not killing civilians. Not yet. Yeah, exactly. Harry is on the senior staff as an ensign. The rank means nothing. Sorry, the reason I wanted to go down that rabbit hole is because it really diminishes the significance of Tom getting demoted. Because who cares? Now, removing him from service entirely for a period of time. Now that might have a little bit more possibilities. Oh, damn it, Kira White Noise. No! Okay. But no, for real, think about it for a second. Keep him off the bridge. Keep him out of the staff meetings. Keep him off the comm. So he can't do what he really wants to do most, which is fly the ship. Yeah, he likes driving. Yeah, you get it, you get it. Remove him from active duty for an extended period of time. And probably diminish his holodeck rations while he's there. I think that would be sufficient. It's probably worth noting, I don't particularly think he was doing much wrong, but that's a personal opinion, and I do have to admit that there was some ugh in that episode, regardless of the punishment itself. It had issues, is what I'm trying to say. That's a good idea. Let's pull his toenails off. If there's something I've learned being involved... Look at all these blood elves. Being involved in helping to raise several young children. It's that negative reinforcement usually doesn't help all that much. Let me explain that a little bit. Negative reinforcement means you did something wrong, therefore something wrong happens to you. Eye for an eye. Positive reinforcement usually means the opposite. You did something right, you get something good. But obviously there are situations where you want to show consequences for doing something bad. So, what you do is you remove a positive as negative reinforcement, rather than go ahead and add a negative. You notice that is exactly what I just did. Removing holodeck privileges, oh no. Like, I'm sorry. That's it? But that's the point. It has removed a positive aspect of his life, for a brief period of time, and a period of time he knows is going to end. Same thing with driving the ship. He loves driving the ship, so you can't do that for a little while. That's the mentality. Yeah, Voyager, actually, the closest Voyager ever came to really exploring the consequences of that was with Suitor. The problem is, they barely delved into it, like, at all. Oh, that's not true. They did it with B'Elanna very briefly as well. I actually forgot about that. What do you do to someone who's essential for the function of the ship? I hate to keep complaining about this quest chain because I've been so enthralled by it. I've been talking about Star Trek the entire time. But did you notice that was actually a much worse like vehicle section than most of the other vehicle sections here? Even in this very zone. So we did it. Is there any follow-through on that quest? Nope. Okay. Put that in the bads. Let's go help the frickin' bees. Let's get some positivity in here.
What can I do for you? See you later. Have a good one.
Oh my god, this guy has a go-to quest to go to Fort Dalen.
Safe travels.
I'm sorry. I need to explain this, okay? So we started at Brennadam. That led us to the Quillbore. The Quillbore didn't lead us to anything, it just stopped. But there were nearby quests, like the Pirates, okay? That was in Deadwash, excuse me, I was up here. Deadwash happened to be right by this quest, these quests, which we just did. These quests led us to the Naga quest, and also they had a Vector quest to go back to Brennadam. Now, Brennadam has a Vector quest to go deal with the attacking Naga. Now, I have a feeling I know what's about to happen, but I'm very confused by this.
We will not falter.
Yep, and we're done. If you remember, there was another Vector quest that led to the Naga, which was from the Pirates. You remember that? Okay. I can't speak negatively about that. It makes sense to have multiple Vector quests like that. So, bee quests. Good or bad? I very deliberately saved these quests for last. Because I remember these being fun. So we'll see if I remember correctly or not.
Do I sound like a pirate?
He's nearly hysterical.
Stay clear of sirens. Daddy says I need my sea legs.
Sir, please. I need some help. My dad hasn't come back from the meadery, and I went to look, and there's giant blobs of honey, but somehow they're moving on their own. I swear I saw one eat a bunny. I swear. I'm scared to go back outside myself, but I think Dad's in trouble. Can you go with me?
Anchors away.
Sure thing, kid. Go check out your dad. Keep up. Oh my god, you're so fast. Ah! Look, the honey's all moving on its own.
Do you have scurvy? Bye. Winds be kind.
Okay, let's think. If you were my dad and you accidentally set loose a bunch of honey monsters all over the place, what would you do? Well, okay, you would probably beat them all up, but he probably ran away. If he left in a hurry, maybe he left something for us to find.
Stay warm.
Oh no, it's doing that bug again. It's doing that bug again. Why is that bug only in this zone? Ah, what's up? What in the crap? Okay. Why is this bug keep... Okay, hang on. I'm going to try to just fix this bug in advance really quick here, see if this works. It probably won't. Okay, so we're going to despawn him. And that should respawn him. Nope, he still doesn't have the quest. What in the world? Also notice this place is super farmed. Probably because everyone's trying to get them out. Ah. Dad's been carrying that book everywhere with him lately. Why would he leave his boot here? Unless he was eaten. Oh no. That's definitely not honey. Wait, is that from the basement? Yeah, he got drunk, kid. You're a meadery. That is a lot of honey. Is this a map? There's a red mark near the flower field. This looks like a small piece of one of those things outside.
I like tortolans.
There's cleanup duty. Why is all the honey alive? And what happened to everyone? Oh no, please tell me they haven't been eaten. That would be terrible. Please don't let me be eaten too.
Be kind. Stay warm. Bye.
Honey mental? Honey elemental? I'm not sure how to say that. I don't know. Help me out here. I've always loved the fact that brewing in Azeroth is almost universally a magical thing. As in, magic is involved in the process, because it makes so much sense in a setting where magic is so suffused into everyday life, right? Of course there's magic involved in brewing. I mean, obviously Pandaria was about that, but Legion had an entire quest chain about designing a brew specifically to empower people so they could fight better than they normally could. Quite literally an enhancement brew.
Fish are weird. Steer clear of sirens.
We checked everywhere, except the basement. But Dad told me never to go down there. He said it's dark and scary and dangerous to go alone. I could be eaten by a brew! I don't want to know what that is, but I don't want to get eaten. Could you go down first?
Anchors away.
Also, notice we have hyper spawning going on here because so many people are farming this. Is it just a rare-ass spawn? Is that all it is? Because I am never farming that. Although I would laugh my ass off if it dropped on camera. Let's see. Oh my god. It's the brew! Really, Huthor? That's fascinating, and I didn't know that. If it's not a rare drop, why are people farming here? So I'm not trying to be like, gotcha! I'm legitimately curious.
Bye!
The brew, I saw it. He didn't make it up. He really didn't.
Steer clear of sirens! Winds be kind!
The map we found earlier had some red markings near the flower field. Do you think you could go there and look for Dad? I'm going to stay here and check out the rest of the stuff. I'd go with you, but I'm kind of allergic to bees. Oh, and take his boot, just in case.
Stay warm!
Peppa! Oh, sorry. Whoops, nope, that is actually a better ring. Just get X amount of honey. What's the amount? I notice I'm not getting any so far. Oh no, the product's attacking! Okay, we're good. That's why Uncle Gao was always doomed. He couldn't fight with beams.
Entry 1. The honey has come to life, but is replicating at a rate beyond my wildest dreams. I must run more tests. Entry 2. The animated mead has begun to exhibit signs of aggression. Perhaps I've made a slight miscalculation.
Hold up, hold up. You've heard of Grey Goo. This is Golden Goo.
Entry 3. I've nearly done it. The bees are growing and productivity is increasing exponentially. I must keep a closer eye on the queen, however.
Hello?
What can I do for you?
It's about time someone came looking for me. Notice he is missing a boot. Or two.
Smooth sailing.
Ansel sent me to find you. Hey, you found my boots. Marvelous.
Safe passage to you. Keep the wind.
I know. Okay, the farm's overrun by living honey and bees have grown to massive proportions. I'll admit things didn't go quite according to plan, but extraordinary advancements in science do not come without risk. I've been up here attempting to reduce aggression in the hive, an unfortunate side effect of my miscalculation, but I need another favor. You're going to have to kill the hive mana.
Smooth sailing.
Okay.
Look always to the sea.
The scientific breakthroughs I've made, marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. I'm so close to perfecting the formula. The way the honey grows and crystallizes. It's simply beautiful. But that's part of my current predicament. Maybe you could lend me a hand. Just fetch some royal jelly from the hives outside. Oh, don't worry about the bees. They're sweet, gentle things. They don't sting much.
Keep the wind in your sails.
Okay. Ah! Stupid bees. Go away, bees. Nobody likes you. That's not true. Bees are awesome. Hated them as a kid. But I haven't been a kid for a long time. Long time. got shared. Hello, off the deeper end. Welcome to bees! Up there is B. 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 Okay, we're good. We're good. Aw. I was hoping one of the random mobs I could summon would be bees. That would have immensely amused me. I don't even know if it's possible. Whoop.
Good day to you. Safe passage to you.
Oh, do you have it?
Look always to the sea.
I'm glad you still have both your eyes.
Smooth sailing.
Why would I? Hope you don't have any trouble with the bees, right? No, of course not. Why would you? They're totally harmless.
Keep the wind in your
I think I heard some shouting outside. There might be trouble.
Look always to the sea.
You're just gonna... Hey, there you go. Eureka! I'm free. Do you want some boots? Oh, he got the boots. Okay, let's go. See what the issue is. Are you okay there, Mr. Robinson?
Fancy a cuppa?
Oh, I thought it was a goner for sure.
Smooth sailing.
We were running around trying to get the farm out of control, but the bees... Oh my goodness, the bees! The giant monstrosities came out of nowhere and started dousing everyone in honey. I came up to find Raymond, but before I knew it, I was covered too. And the strangest thing happened. The honey started growing around me. Please, the other farmhands are still in trouble. You've got to find them.
Safe passage to you.
When the commotion started, Ansel's pup ran off. Poor thing was terrified. A couple of farmhands went to look for him, but with all the monsters terrorizing the farm, I fear the worst. Can you keep an eye out for Rex while you're up in the hills?
Keep the wind in your sails.
I'll try to find his shepherd. Oh, what's with all the honey-crazed yetis? Don't answer that question. You know, usually when a hunter frees someone, they summon a flock of crows to free them. This time we're just shooting them with a gun. Well, a crossbow, but same difference. How are they alive? Like, I don't know how to ask this question. Like, are you... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'll let this person go first. They were clearly here ahead of me. Go on. The other one. Go on. Nothing. So hold on. Tank tuning up is not something I expected to hear. Increase in damage to Brewmaster, they need that, honestly. Death Knight get 20% damage or health? Oh hey, someone get them out. Oh, never mind. That's an NPC. Damn. Okay, this is all damage. Wow. That's actually surprised.
For Admiral's favor, friend. Look always to the sea.
Encased in honey waiting to be eaten. That must be absolutely terrifying. Yeah. That's terrifying. brought it in? Yeah. I can see that. We keep freeing like bunnies and stuff. Where the hell is this stupid dog? Ooh, 20% of vengeance. I actually agree with that completely. Vengeance in War Within has been, from my very amateur opinion, been lagging behind where it was at in Dragonflight. I actually mained a Demon Hunter, for anybody wondering. And I was a tank in Mythic Plus back in Dragonflight. And I could swing pretty decently ahead of my gear curve. Although, in my defense, that might also just be because I'm a really good Demon Hunter tank, but the fact remains. Now, how many people do you think are going to hear me say that and think I'm an egotistical twat for actually daring to praise myself about one thing amidst the sea of things that I'm terrible at? Sorry, pet peeve. Hey, a dog.
Fancy a cuppa?
Okay.
Safe passage to
Pick
you.
these up before these
Smooth
quests go
sailing.
away.
Safe passage to you.
Also true, Pillars of Snow. We all feel crap about ourselves, so we all try to drag each other down. Not me, though. You're awesome. We need to put things in order. The next item on the list is these blasted Wendigos terrorizing the farm. If we can call their numbers, it should be enough to drive them off. I've synthesized a superb solution. Toss these bottles at our foes. Whatever you do, don't spill any on yourself. Unearthly howls coming from the highlands are any indication. The Wendigos must have some sort of leader or alpha. I'll tell you, it's the sort of sound that can only come from some kind of massive, hulking, flesh-eating abomination. Definitely something that could tear us limb from limb, munch on our frail bones, all without breaking a sweat. Exhilarating. I'm sure it's no problem for us to handle, though. I mean, you're right. But lol. Yeah, I ran into that issue before Siren Isle came out, if you remember. Where I just sort of ran into a gear ceiling at 603 or 606, I forget which it was. It was possible to get a very slow trickle of crests in order to slowly upgrade my gear, but it was going to be such a grind as to be completely unworth the effort, so I didn't bother. So time is something I have a lot of. I haven't actually been to Siren Isle yet, because I don't do stuff without packs. But I've heard good things. Yeah, from what I understand, it's an expedition thing that's been repurposed for modern content. Which sounds good to me, but then again, I'm one of those weirdos who actually like expeditions. Expeditions and war fronts. Wait, what's PvP in expeditions? Well, okay. That's a loaded question. Sorry, let me walk that back. I have actually done one PvP expedition. Yeah, it was pretty crap compared to the actual expeditions. Yeah, it was not great.
What can I do for you? Smooth sailing.
You see the sheer look of terror on their faces when we saw the bee swarms. Marvelous.
Keep the wind in your sails. Look always to the sea.
Our job here is done, at least until another one of my humble experiments goes horribly awry, rapidly spiraling out of control into a chain reaction of catastrophic failures. But let's worry about that another time. I'll meet you back at the lab.
Safe passage to you.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, Bragwin, but if you did an expedition, a normal expedition, and thought it was PvP, then it means they did a very, very good job with it. Which, to be clear, they did. I am actually quite impressed with the AI in expeditions. It was one of those that's just, oh my god, I was blown away by it. Features in BFA.
Lord Admiral's favor, friend.
Yep, it was. They started in Pandaria, and then they fleshed it out more with the artifact quests in Legion, and then they did the expeditions in BFA. All of these are precursors to what eventually would be followers. Luminous Honey Jar. Nice.
Look always to the sea.
Well, Ansel, I hope you'll let this serve as an important lesson. A lesson for what? That it's up to us to push forward the art of honey production no matter the cost. What are you talking about? You nearly got yourself killed and ruined the entire farm in the process. Don't worry, my dear. It's merely a setback. We'll be back up and running in no time. Okay. Oh, we can pet the dog. Pet dog. Okay. I believe I know what this quest is, but what did we feel about the bee quest? Chain. B tier. Yeah, not as good as some of the other great stuff we've had, but that was solid.
Tides welcome you. Beware that which lurks in the depths.
Isn't this like... Hang on, what quest chain is this? This is the weekly quest chain, isn't it? I think? Hang on. I might just be misremembering. I'm gonna check something really quick. Oh. Yeah, this leads to the weekly quest. Let's go and skip this.
Stormsong will be pure once more.
Although... That's interesting. Not that I'm had to hear that someone died, but wasn't he pretty transphobic?
We must overcome this peril.
They lurk in the shadows, in the salt-soaked caverns, the dark brine beneath the pure gleam of the surface. I have seen them. They plague my dreams, their whispers maddening, and they speak of their master, clawing at the barrier. Search the cliffs for their warrants, find what lurks beneath, and obliterate them all.
Beware that which lurks in the depths.
Hey, I've got this strain debuff now. I wouldn't worry too much about that. The one I remember specifically was him mentioning that trans people are mentally ill for being trans. He forgot the second half of the sentence, which was, because of assholes like him. Okay, purge this area. Cool, cool. Our strain is doing all right. I'll share an anecdote when we get there. One of the things I liked about Dragonflight was they started being a lot more openly... I think I'll go with the word accepting. I think that's a good word for it. Oh, there. I don't know when exactly the company started allowing that more. Or maybe it's just enough people were fired to filter out the gunk, for lack of a better way to put that. But Dragonflight was kind of a breath of fresh air for me, from that perspective. Let's see, Shantae Advance. When's that coming out? Do we know? Red Dead Redemption. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And Spider-Man. Thank you, as always, Sean. Yeah, exactly, as Star. It's just a thing in the setting. Which is exactly how it should be. Prime Opt, 100% Huthor. Well, no, hang on. I'm challenging myself on that now. Let me think about that for a minute. Because I was thinking of them like order halls, and I realized that's actually not accurate. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, you couldn't actually continue the MSQ until you finished a Covenant. Isn't that right?
I welcome those who honor the sea.
These things are driven back for a time.
May the sea carry you swiftly.
You return, a surprise. Perhaps there's still hope. In victory or defeat, you bear the weight of this place. It hangs on you like a mantle. I see your struggle to bear it. There's perhaps a way to shrug off this burden. An altar to the northwest, built by the Tide Sages, seeking to wash away the corruption. Offer yourself to the idol. It will exact a price, as do all things, but in communion you may claw back from the brink.
Stormsong will be pure once more.
And if you let the walls are crumbling, they're coming through. One terrible whisper at a time. So now we're afraid and straining. Damage dealt reduced, dodge reduced, movement speed reduced. Okay. Yeah, no, I think as I'm challenging my own memory on that, I think Covenants are MSQ. It's kind of debatable in some games, but the idea behind MSQ is mandatory, well, intended mandatory main content. As with most cases, as with most things in life, there are plenty of ways to skip mandatory content. But it's usually obvious when something is intended to be mandatory. And I think the Covenant campaigns qualify. This is fun. Oh god.
We must overcome this
I
peril.
know you're talking about, Uthor. I know who you're talking about. And it was so natural, too. I didn't even notice it at first.
Beware.
Your mind has rejected madness and replaced it with determination.
May
For
the
now.
sea carry you swiftly.
Oh, and that's it. That's the end. Okay, yeah, these are all the weekly quests. Cool. That would make sense because of how development cycles work. Shadowlands, part of Shadowlands, for all the mess that it was clearly after the Dark Times. No, really. It's funny because so much of, later Shadowlands is such a freaking mess. But they had officially and formally gotten out of several bits of crap by the time Shadowlands was being developed. Hence why Dragonflight was able to rip itself free from so much of that baggage. Interesting. So now all we have left
I have many, many
MSQ.
wares.
But I think at this point I will go ahead and pause for the night. Let's start strong tomorrow. So tomorrow at whatever start time we manage, we'll go ahead and finish up the last zone of the Alliance side.
Many
Hopefully
farewell.
get a whole bunch of positives. After this... Yes, after this... Sorry, I had to think about that for a moment. Because, well... Maybe we should do the Jaina quest first. I don't know, once we finish the first 3 zones, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff that's going to open up. We're going to have the actual war campaign, which we are going to do, at least part of. And we are going to have like all the stuff that leads to the raids, the new zone, the other new zone. We have some heritage quests to do, stuff like that. But I think we might squeeze in, so we'll do the assault on Vol'dun. I think that's a good thing to do. I think we'll squeeze in the Jaina quest. Then I think we'll switch to Zandalar, because I believe all of that was launch content. And I kind of want to do it at least relatively in order. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. But either way, that'll be tomorrow.